Well, I'm going to stick by my president through thick and thin. I'm going to do tons of blogs about that now. My new friends, as you can see, Denzel Washington, and the other lady, I can't really get her name. Let me get her name, because she is really, really good. And I just put her up. So I know I have to find her. Here she is. But we don't have her name. But anyway, she's on my, she is on my timeline. So, and she's really good, and she speaks the same words. We're all, media is really, but they're mostly liberal. So he's kind of trapped in, encased in a whole bunch of evil crap, ran by Barack Obama. I'm not even going to say Barack Obama. That sounds too much like Obama. I still go back to the story of Toussaint and Napoleon. Because history will repeat itself. Although Napoleon wanted to get slaves. And he was wanting to, get into the cotton business. Into the slave business. And Toussaint, though, his personality, his, the way he is, it's a lot like Obama. Although I think Obama is mentally ill. I think there's something wrong with him to even think that he could get away with this. Valerie Garrett or Jarrett, the lady that just moved into into his house, I did put some information on timeline about her. Family was communist. She's a top do-batter. All this wiretapping, the whole strategy, she backs, and she comes from it, and she's done it before. And take a look at that article on her. She's bad news. That's the bad news. But you know what? I want to say this, and I'm wishing President Trump what he did. Went to go see the children yesterday. Which is important, the school for little kids. So did his wife. All of that stuff is being blocked by all this negativity, and see, that's the strategy. That is the strategy. The demos have to realize this, that they will never have power, ever again. They can keep on doing this work, and I think that the president should steadily focus on the things like the wall, immigration, infrastructure, tax reform, repealing Obamacare permanently, and continue to do that. And I think they will be doing fine. Mr. Jeff Sessions, I don't know, is he getting too old? He shouldn't have recused. He shouldn't have never did that. But they asked him about the campaign, any Russian involvement with the campaign, and he said no, and which is true, because his involvement was what everybody else did, even some of the Democrats, was job related. So I hope that can come into play for him, and ask him for his resignation. I hate that the demos have so much, and then not having all of his people, administration, and his march already. That's pretty bad. They're blocking all that. Schumer. So, I don't know. It's, continue to let them do the negative. And then you continue, our president, continue to do his work that he's very gifted at doing. And I think, and have investigations going on regarding Obama. You know, even if it takes a year or two, I don't care. Investigate and have the people investigate, but yet and still he does his work. It's so sad that the media is only putting out all this negative stuff. Even me as a blogger, I shouldn't even talk about it anymore, because that's what they want. They want all the negativity out and block. Like, I guess he feels he was obstructed because he's an asshole. Obama was an asshole. Just the crap that he's doing right now is the reason why he was obstructed by Congress. The Republicans not supporting President Trump as they really should. And if they did, and you never know what people are going to do tomorrow. Now there are people that are turning their backs on Democrats right now and saying this is really wrong, and they can see that Obama is a crook. That's not the only thing he's done, and he did it all through his 8 years. Wiretaps. Did he have knowledge of it? His attorney general did it. And 5 other agencies. CIA, FBI. And you don't know? And then Mark Levine. Is it Mark Levine? He did an excellent job. All of it's in the newspaper. So how did you not know what was going on? It was put out to the public. It was made public. And I can't wait to get that on my timeline so that you can look at that. But it's all negative. So I'm trying to find some good stuff to put up about. And the media, they don't mention that. So the media, just like Denzel Washington has said, is really out of order. They are out of order. But they're all liberal. But people can appear to be doing one thing, and then all of a sudden, maybe in one day, they change their mind and go in the opposite direction. I believe the Democrats are earning their disrespect from the people. Us. They're earning it. And people that are demos now will be Republican later, because the Republicans will never be in office again. And I'm not Republicans, the Democrats will never be in office again. Never. So no matter what they do, it's not going to put them on top again. Never. And now they're going to go down to nothing. Doing all this stuff. That Valerie Jarrett, or whatever her name is, she's bad news. She's helping him strategize what to do with that shadow government. And there shouldn't be a shadow government. Wouldn't that be something if they had did that to Obama? No, they blocked him because of this very thing he's doing right now. He's no different from any gang member in Chicago. So how could he work with those kids when he thinks like them? I'm going to shoot you. I'm going to do this to you. I'm going to do that. And to me, let me make this last quote, because as you see, I'm quote crazy. I would like to say that the best fight and the winning fight is the fight that you cannot see, that you don't see happening. But all the time, they're winning. So it's like they want him to spend all of his presidency fighting with the Democrats. And he would be best to not be in that fight, period. And to continue to do what he is supposed to do as president. And then just hire some people to investigate. That's what they should do. Jeff Sessions needs to get back in the game. You know? They want him out so they can put their own in there. Boy, they're dirty. But people that do dirty things all the time, even a lot of people never wanted to see me do anything. They never want to see me move forward. or even be alive. They lost the fight. Because guess what? I'm still here. And doing good. So, what can I say? Keep on, President Trump. Please keep on going. And don't even falter. Because those people, when you do bad things over and over and over and over, and the media is awful. I can't even go on YouTube anymore. You can't go on YouTube. I don't see the briefings on YouTube anymore. Kellyanne Conway, I don't see her on there anymore. I just see all these fake news and fake, people telling the wrong information on a consistent basis. And Facebook is ridiculous. You can't go on Facebook and you just can't do it. Facebook is ridiculous. You can't go on there and find anything. Very rare. Denzel was really good to find, and the lady that I put on my timeline. You just can't, trust the media anymore. You can't read a newspaper anymore. You can't read a magazine anymore. It's all bad. So what did they want? Our president to resign so another Republican can get in? Because demos are not going to be on top anymore, no matter what they do. When I see people moving forward, and I applaud them. You know why? Because it wasn't meant for me. It was meant for them. It's meant for the Republican Party. And these old Republicans, I wish that they would just leave, because you not supporting the president, that's just ridiculous. That's bad. And running with Democrats. Nancy Pelosi, she needs to go. So they got an elections in 2018. I don't think a lot of them are going to make it, because they would have ran. They'll be in on this investigation, and then we can still. I'm going to start posting nothing but good things about my president on my timeline. The things that he is actually doing while all this stuff is going on, and he's working, and he needs to continue to do it, because Obama did it. It's not, Obama doesn't directly have to do anything. He had other people do it. And he knew that his administration and people around him, and even some of these agencies, he knew that they were wiretapping President Trump. He knew it. So if this investigation proves that, he's in trouble. No, please, lock him up. Send him to Gitmo. But he's not going to win this. I hate to let all of you Obama people, and it had to be the black president, to do some stuff like this. Because no other president, not even President Bush, ever messed with the next president or the one before. It's the president's code. And he broke the code. Not only did he break the code, he's 12 miles away from the White House. Moving, his people are living in his house. People, this is how insecure that man is. People that want to be big and in control are very insecure people. And Valerie Jarrett is bad news. That's not a good news. Very bad. She doesn't do nice things. You got all of those people. The people were out not protesting, saying, I love Trump. And then these people came, and the evil ones that have been out there all the time. I wish I was out there. I'm telling you, because I'll beat you down with a stick so bad. I will fight you. I believe in fighting. I will fight you. So, and look at me and remember me. You know, don't ever come around me with the mask and stuff on. I'll knock you. Sure, you will have a fight on your hands. And then I will go to jail for that. And I have to say that. There's some things, somebody says you don't have a record now, but you will have a record. And I said to myself, yeah, I would. The only way that I would get a record is if somebody tried to harm me and I harmed them. I will go to jail with honors. That's the only way I'll go to jail. Obama's going to go to jail for his wrongdoing in the government and as president, when he was president, and afterwards, because they were still wiretapping and getting information even after he became president. All illegal moves, and it is his administration. And to say that you know nothing, that you did not order, he didn't order it, but he knew about it. That's almost like the Jeff Sessions. They asked him about the campaign, and when he answered yes or no, and see, the media doesn't bring that across. When he answered no, it's no. Had nothing to do with the campaign. His relations or encounters were work related, just like everybody else. And so he didn't have to recruit himself. They want him out of the way. But he can still do immigration. He can still do, so he needs to focus on that. He recruits himself from the Russian thing because they're going to get other investigators on that. So it's the fight that you don't see. Who's the winner? Always has been. Go back in history and find out what happens to black men like Obama. Read history. It repeats itself. Everybody have a nice Sunday, and ashe.